Yes, Furbus, that is Gaim.
Yay.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I said I'd be back tonight. Gotta get as many of these Let's Plays in before I move on Sunday. Or possibly Monday. You know how it is. Just waiting for everything to properly sync up. Alright, so we are here in Dawnstar. What do we got? We've got a missive from Saran. Visit the museum in Dawnstar. Obviously, we have the nightmare issue to deal with.
Gods, I'm so tired.
I'm here for the missive.
Of course.
Bring the missive to Malaran. Oh god, it's in Solitude. Ah, that'll be fun. Well, we had the museum in Dawnstar to visit. No, I'm trying to get actually to my level up menu. Did a lot of stuff off camera, of course. My normal inventory management. I mainly put a couple extra points into stealth when I reset smithing, but I can't keep resetting smithing. I actually need my smithing up to deal with my actual skills. Alright. Let's go find out.
And here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open, friend.
A courier gave me this
And
invitation.
here you are. Good. Come in, browse the display and let's talk. I have a job you look perfect for.
Are you saying that because I'm a Khajiit? Fine.
Let's talk inside. Feel free to look around. Come talk to me when you're ready to discuss that job I mentioned.
Okay.
The tapestries hung here and outside were found in hideouts, where members of the Mythic Dawn would meet and plot. The cult's greatest accomplishment was the assassination of the Septim Dynasty and the opening of the Oblivion Gates. That burned paper is all that remains of the fabled Mysterium Xarxes, the blasphemous book written by Mehrunes Dagon himself. It's said that Mankar Cameron used the book to open a portal to a paradise where all his followers would live forever. The commentaries on the Mysterium Xarxes were written by the Mythic Dawn cult leader, Mankar Cameron. He promised a paradise awaited his followers when they died, that they would be reborn by Mehrunes Dagon's side. Ah, yes, that scabbard. Notice the insignia? An Oblivion Gate. A key symbol of Mehrunes Dagon, the patron
Well, pretty much
Daedra
all
of the
Daedra
Mythic
use the
Dawn.
Oblivion Gate, not just Mehrunes Dagon. So what can you tell me about this, Silas? What is the dark Mythic Dawn secret about the bed? Alright, tell me your story.
Did you have any questions about the museum? Or would you rather talk business?
What is this Mythic Dawn cult?
They were worshippers of Mehrunes Dagon, the Daedric Lord of Destruction and Change. The Mythic Dawn killed Uriel Septim VII and his heirs, triggering the events that led to the Oblivion
Triggering,
Crisis
you say?
when the Daedra invaded Tamriel. All that remains of the infamous cult, I've gathered in my museum.
Tell me about Mehrunes Dagon.
Ah, an excellent question. Mehrunes Dagon is the Daedric Lord of Change, Destruction, and Ambition. Dagon's Mythic Dawn cult killed the Septim Dynasty and opened the Oblivion Gates into Tamriel. They called it the Oblivion Crisis.
Why did you open this museum?
It's no secret that my family were once members of the Mythic Dawn. One of my forefathers was even chosen to assassinate Uriel Septim himself.
Pretty open about being
We hid
basically
from
an
our past
assassin.
For years, became tradesmen.
Is
even
your
of
name
coin and
Ezreal?
influence. But I realized that the Mythic Dawn's importance, our importance, to history cannot be denied. I'll see everyone in Tamriel remember that for a moment, we held the fate of the world in our hands, for good or ill.
This guy's really messed up when you think about it, because basically his ancestors were, don't want to say Nazis, but what would be a good comparative? They were they were basically ISIS. They were basically a cult who overthrew the ruling monarchy while basically working for a demon. And he's like, yeah, my family was a member of the Mythic Dawn, but you know what? I'm proud of the accomplishments of my family because we actually changed the world. Even if that meant by, killing very important people and ushering in the destruction of an entire city. But yeah, that was what my family did. And it was big and it was important, and I want people to remember that we used to be important. What's this job you want
A
done?
little history first. After the Oblivion Crisis, a number of groups cropped up dedicated to wiping out the remnants of the Mythic Dawn. One of these groups found Mehrunes' razor, the artifact of Dagon. They split it into 3 fragments and pledged to keep them apart forever. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces are still being kept by the descendants of that group. They're right here, in Skyrim.
You want me to get those fragments, don't you?
At least 2 of the owners, Gunzel and Draskua, are dangerous marauders. And the 3rd owner, Jorgen, I only know he lives in Morthal.
Well, if he lives in Morthal, then clearly he must be a sociopath.
I'll gladly pay you
Obviously.
for getting the pieces any way you can. No questions asked.
I want to know more about the
The
razor.
razor is Mehrunes Dagon's personal artifact. It has always heralded bloody change and carnage. It's held many names. Dagger of the Final Wounds, Bane of the Righteous, the Kingslayer. The Mythic Dawn worshipped Dagon as a god. Having his razor would be invaluable to my collection.
So basically he wants me to collect the pieces of a Daedric artifact that was used to, which can apparently be used to kill gods and was heralded by an agent of basically destruction for his museum. This guy's not a very forward thinker, is he? Yes, let's reassemble the ancient dread artifact that, helped destroy the world. What could possibly go wrong?
The mortar and pestle makes potions, if you can't tell from the name. Just step up to the counter. No, I don't have anything for bad dreams, so don't ask.
How'd you pick up the herb trade?
My husband. We used to go out into the wilds and collect ingredients together. He used to call me his pretty juniper. It's quite romantic, if you're an alchemist. Frost took the old fool a few seasons back while he was looking for the ring of pure mixtures. I found the ring's resting place after he died, but I'm far too old to go exploring some cave now.
Well, I'm not too old to go exploring some cave. I'll find that ring for you.
Aren't you sweet? I'd be happy to give you some alchemy training in exchange for the ring if you bring it to me.
How long have you been in Downstar?
I'm the oldest woman in Dawnstar. Was here when Skald the Elder was Skald the Younger. He's a fool if you haven't met him already. Thinks Ulfric Stormcloak is invincible and spits dragon fire.
Ulfric doesn't spit dragon fire?
Here look to Brina Marilis
People have
when
been
they need things
uninformed.
settled.
People have been
Real
telling me
fast
lies.
growing up. Wasn't surprised when she joined the Legion.
How?
No, to be fair, I have been locked in an abandoned prison for God knows how long. So, you know. I might not have the
If you
most
find
accurate
it,
information about Skyrim.
bring it here.
Plus, nobody trusts a Khajiit, even if the Khajiit is actually technically a Nord.
True.
The genetics in Skyrim is kind of interesting when you actually think about the logistics of it. Like, it really doesn't matter who the couple are. The race will be dependent completely upon who the mother is. So for example, let's say that my character was actually a male Khajiit instead of a female Khajiit. Whoever they choose as their potential mate in the future, whatever race they may be, whether they be Argonian, whether they be Nord, whether they be Breton, whether they be a freaking High Elf, whatever race the mother is going to determine the race of the children. So yes, you could have a cat man marry an elf woman, and all the children will be elves. And if any of those children are female, then any children they have will be elves. It's literally completely dependent upon the genetics of the mother.
Wow.
Make it quick.
Need a room? Don't worry. Nightmares don't seem to happen for travelers.
Why can you tell me about
People
rumors?
say there's someone in Riften that can change your
Anything
face.
else? I've heard that one.
Everyone in town knows about the Black Door, and to never go near it.
That's it? Alright, well,
See ya.
What troubles you, my daughter?
what's wrong with everyone around here? I heard something about nightmares.
The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, but I'm afraid there's little I can do about it.
Then leave. This isn't your problem.
Turn my back on these people when their lives could be at
What is
stake.
it?
I should say not. Those dreams are not just visions. They're a footprint left by the Daedric Lord Vermina as she drains these people of their memories.
What's your plan?
I need to return to the source of the problem, to Nightcaller Temple. Perhaps you'd be willing to assist me in that regard.
What do you mean by return?
I've already said too much. If anyone overhears what we're saying, it could start a panic. I would simply ask that you trust me and help me end Dawnstar's nightmares.
Well, if it means that I can actually sleep here and not have to worry about nightmares and possibly get on the Jarl's good side, yeah, sure.
Nightcaller Temple is only a short walk from Dawnstar. Come, we must hurry.
Who is Vermina?
Vermina resides in a strange realm known as Quagmire, a nightmarish land where reality shifts upon itself in seemingly impossible ways. From her citadel at the center, she reaches forth to collect our memories, leaving nothing in return apart from visions of horror and despair.
What does she want with these memories?
Who can say? Perhaps she collects them for display like works of art in a nonsensical art gallery. Whatever the case may be, her intentions are far from benevolent. I promise to answer all of your questions. Follow me.
Need something?
Follow me. It's this way.
Lead on. Let's see. Stone flesh other. That's what I want to.
feels good to finally have a chance to help these people. Hopelessly watching them suffer has been difficult. The tower on that hill is our destination. People around here call it the Tower of the Dawn. I'm not familiar with the tower's history, but it was deserted for quite a long time before night politics was established. When the temple was active, priests would rarely be seen in Dawnstar. They preferred to live a solitary existence. The temple's been abandoned for decades now. Ironic, isn't it? A ruin within a ruin. There's a small shrine to Mara I established inside the tower's entrance. Hoping to see spirits to guide me. Perhaps my prayers were answered. At least something across Dawnstar is more than a mere coincidence.
Well, I got these guys buffed as best as I can get them. It's up to them to do all the heavy lifting. All I can do is provide defensive magic. A few offensive spells, I suppose.
Like Unbound Chicken?
I'm trying to avoid using the Unbound Chicken because I want to level my other spells more than Conjuration. The Unbound Chicken's good for when you're in a pinch. At least until I found a way to make... until I can summon like 5 Unbound Chickens at once, which would be kind of fun to do.
Of course. I mean, definitely. 5 times explosions.
I've actually tweaked my spells, including something that was not in the vanilla game, but is now. So now if I actually cast Heal Other, it will not heal enemies. Grand Healing, the AoE Heal Other, checks to see if it's being cast on a hostile, something that's hostile to the player, or the caster. But the other heal spells don't. So I threw that little condition in, and I also threw that same condition on the armor spells, as well as I added the ability to create... I haven't picked those spells up, but I have added the ability to cast Flame Cloak Other. So the first chance I get to purchase that from Feralda, I'll do that. It's like nothing's attacking us. We managed to clear everything and it hasn't come back to try and attack us. Rebuff my personal shield. You know what I should do? Let's see. Oh, that's worth a shot. Adept level Firestorm. I can actually pull this off. Nope, nope, let me cancel. Well, let me cast it. Unfortunately, it hurt my allies as well, so we're going to go with Adept level Incinerate.
Yes, my daughter. What is it I can help with?
I'm waiting for you to say something. Speak to Irandor.
Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within. Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar.
Were they successful?
No. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep.
Why is it dangerous if they're asleep?
I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate, and they'll awaken. Both orcs and priests alike.
What does the miasma do?
The miasma was created by the priests of Vermina for their rituals. It's a gas that places the affected in a deep sleep. Because the rituals would last for months or even years, the miasma was designed to slow down the aging process.
Is the gas dangerous?
Sadly, yes. The longer an individual is exposed to the miasma,
Tomorrow's
the more the mind can become damaged.
Sunday.
Those who've been under the effect of it for extended periods of time have been known to lose their minds entirely. In some cases, a few never awoke at all.
Well, let's hope that the people under the effect of the miasma do not wake up. So you know they're probably all going to wake up and want to kill me.
Yep. Yep.
What the?
Give me just a moment. I'll have this open.
Oh, Janassa cannot join me.
Now I can show you the source of the nightmares. Over here. Behold the skull of corruption, the source of Dawnstar's woe. We must reach the inner cycle and destroy it. Come, there's no time to lose.
Nope. Those guys are not waking up. At least not yet. I'll give it a shot. Chain lightning. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work either. Well, Alright. Time to punch him with my giant dwarven fists.
Damn it! The priest must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released.
Looks difficult to breach.
Impossible, actually. I wonder.
It probably is.
There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done.
You seem to know an awful lot about this
I
place.
suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina.
Why keep it all a secret?
When the orcs invaded the temple, I fled. I left my brothers and sisters here to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs.
Alright, let's get this over with.
I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on.
How is the skull affecting
Lore
Dawnstar?
holds that the skull of corruption holds a constant hunger for the memories of others. The skull has been out of touch for so long, I fear it's gained the ability to reach out on its own and try to feed. What it does with these memories is just conjecture, and an argument for scholars and historians to this very day. We mustn't tell. The skull needs to be destroyed as soon as
Feels like we could probably cast whatever spell we need to destroy the Skull of Corruption right from here.
Probably.
Sure, I mean, sure there's a gate, but I mean, we're only like a few feet away from it. And if you're casting a spell, you don't really need to be physically touching it.
be careful. We're certain to find more of the awakening within.
That's not good. Yes, let's throw up a firewall.
Yeah. No one can ever hack in now.
No, it's literally a wall of fire.
No. Still, no one can hack their way into a wall of fire.
This may work a lot better than my rune spell. I'm gonna have to keep casting fire walls. Whoa! Definitely think the firewall spell is the right way to go. Because if they have to walk through fire to get towards me, probably my best bet.
Probably.
All these rune books will be great for when I get back to
More interruptions.
Winterhold.
Perhaps we can locate the information. Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information on it. Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information I need.
What am I
We're
looking
A
for?
book of alchemical recipes called the Dream Stride. The tome bears the likeness of Vermina on the cover. It should be here somewhere.
Found it.
Let me take a look. Mara be praised. There is a way past the barrier to the inner sanctum. It involves a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor.
Well, that's the type of potion.
Yes, the torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in the real world.
That's amazing!
Quite amazing, yes. Alchemy and the blessings of a divine, distilled down into a ingestible liquid. Sadly, I have yet to see it function in person.
I'm going to be your test subject then.
As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated.
Do you know where I can find the torpor?
All believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample.
What will the dream stride feel
You'll
like?
be viewing the memory of another through your own eyes and with your own body. Those around you will perceive you as normal, and you will find the words you utter may not be your own. Thanks to all of these odd principles, there is quite a lot of debate as to whether this is really a dream or just the machinations of Vermina.
Probably just the machinations of Vermina. How will I know when to awaken?
I will watch over you as you slumber to ensure your safety. If I deduce anything is amiss, I will use my arts to bring you back. Otherwise, I am uncertain what will end your dream stride. Perhaps when Vermina's curious appetite has been filled.
let's find this potion that I'm going to just shove down my gullet.
I'm hoping we'll find a salve.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set that as my active spell. I'm going to have so many ruin books when I am done here. Alrighty. Well, so far we seem to have woken up everybody who was going to wake up and killed them. So far, so good. That's where we came in from. Alright. Ooh, illusion increase. Well, looks like we've found whatever we can find. Get my defensive spells back up and running. Wall of flames for the win.
Flames are always good.
Crap. Nope.
I'll show you a real fight.
Just leave a wall of flames. Well, that worked. Wall of flames for the win, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, where was that orc flung? So I can loot his body. There you are. Oh boy. Probably just lay down a row of flames
Yeah.
before we even enter the next area. Rebuff our protection spells.
Did you hear something?
Yes, come through the wall, the tunnel of flames. Which apparently doesn't hurt me. Okay. That's nice to know.
Great.
Nice to know that I'm
Another
immune to
day,
my own
Delph.
flame spells.
We need to find the torpor.
Well, I know what it looks like.
It should be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion.
Well, that's useful, yes. The
I'll
torpor is
begin
in a
searching
small
the
bottle
area.
similar to a potion. I'm sure that won't be confused with all the other potions in the area.
The torpor should be in a tall bottle with dark liquid.
That's a lot more useful. Tall bottle with dark liquid. Could you have told me that first, Mirandor, instead of just a small bottle with liquid?
Yes, my daughter. What is it I can help with?
You are not my father. My father was a Nord. Not a dark elf.
Yes, my daughter. What is it I can help with? Yes, my daughter. What is it I can help with?
A lot of alchemy tables in here. Alright, more orcish invaders.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave. That's it.
Why do I have the feeling that there are more nasties down that hall? That wasn't really a dark liquid. Oh boy.
Yes, my daughter. What is it I can help with?
I found the door
I'm
for her.
relieved you discovered a bottle intact. This place looks as though it was ransacked by the orcs.
Well, it kinda was.
So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of the way. Drake,
Here? Now?
Dawnstar's fate rests in that tiny bottle. The longer we wait, the more damage Vermina could be doing to those poor people. I understand your hesitation, but I promise you that it works.
Well,
Let's continue.
guess we don't
still
have much of a
to do.
choice. Over the top and through the gums. Look out, Vermina's torpor, here I come.
The orcs have breached the inner sanctum, Brother Baron.
We must hold. We can't allow the skull to fall into their hands.
But no more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma. But brother,
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina?
I've made my peace.
Then it's
I'm
decided.
ready.
Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thorin, we must remain here and guard this skull with our lives if necessary.
agreed to the death.
Then let it be done. Farewell, my brothers.
And of course, I cannot do anything, can I? Nope, just run through. Guy just like sitting there eating a thing of eating a thing of bread. Dead body. Like, yeah, I kicked his ass. Now I'm having some bread. Well, there's gonna be plenty of people I'm gonna have to burn alive. Release the miasma.
Worked. Mara be praised. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side.
So, how are you gonna wake me up if I just vanish and materialize on the other side? You mad? I could have died!
I thought I was clear regarding the dangers that awaited you within the dream stride. However, this hardly matters any longer, as you appear to have exited unscathed.
We can discuss it later. We need to proceed.
Indeed. My reverence for Vermina's machinations should not take precedence over our mission. My apologies. The inner sanctum lies ahead. We must reach the skull and put an end to Dawnstar's troubles. Lead on, my friend. Come. We must get to the skull and destroy it.
That works so efficiently. So far, so good. Hold on. That's not working. Well, I'm dead. Yep, dead. Flame Wall is doing okay, but possibly not my best option. Let's try.
Time to end this.
It's not working very well, is it? Let's try Incinerate. Uh-oh, no.
I'll show you a real fight.
Maybe that. Nope. Yes, you are on fire. How astute of you to observe. You are definitely on fire. Yes, I can just sleep here. That seems like a good plan. Oh boy. What are we gonna run into next? I am definitely loving this flamethrower spell above all others. It is definitely the one I keep coming back to. It's going to be so much easier once I've actually got adept level destruction. 'Cause then it'll be cheap as all get out to cast. It's already pretty cheap to cast. Oh, oh yeah, it definitely works better in small bursts. Instead of one concentrated burst. Oh no, this one's definitely a place I want to use Firewall.
There, Thorin, you're alive. No thanks to you, Casimir. I no longer use that name. I'm Miranda, priest of Mara. You're a traitor. You left us to die and then ran before the miasma took you. No, I was scared. I wasn't ready to sleep. Enough of your lies. I can't allow you to destroy the skull, priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice.
So weird having them talk to each other, doesn't it? I guess not.
Vermina, forgive me.
Whew.
I knew Varen and Thoric. They were my friends. Is this punishment for my past? Is it Mara's will to torment me so?
They were trying to kill us.
Had they succeeded, Dawnstar's fate would be sealed. You have a unique way of looking at things, my friend. It's time. The skull must be destroyed. If you'll stand back, I'll perform the ritual granted to me by Lady Mara.
Go ahead. I am just going to loot everything. You do what you gotta do.
deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Arender will turn on you.
You say that, but you know, I can always kill him and take the
Quickly,
skull for myself.
kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
And now, if you just had not said your name was Vermina, I wouldn't have known. And I might have been fooled, but nope. You just had to say that you were commanding me as Vermina. That's not creepy at all.
Yes, my daughter. What is it I can help with? Forgive me if I don't appear relieved. This temple has taken its toll on me.
So we're done then.
Yes, the skull has been destroyed, and Dawnstar is safe. I'd constructed a meager shrine tomorrow in the antechamber where we entered. My intention was to spend the rest of my years here, burying the past and praying for forgiveness. But instead, I wish to offer my services to you. If you ever wish to journey with me, I'll be here.
Well, thank you.
There's no need to thank me. What you did was for the people of Dawnstar. If anyone should be thanked, it should be you. Need something?
Oh, I don't need him to follow me. I'm good.
Alright.
It's time to loot everything we missed. If that is... Oh, a bucket. Another bucket. Human skull. Well, looks like that's everything here.
Let's get going. Lead on, and I shall follow.
Alright, so then, what was the next thing on our docket of things to do? Kill the bandit at Snow Point, right, and then we were going to make our way back to Winterhold. My god, that'll be annoying. A Dwemerone, alright. Snow Point Beacon. Ah, that lovely Skyrim weather. lot of dead goats. And a bandit explorer, apparently. Damnable Silverhand! Why are you attacking me? Just because I look like a Khajiit does not mean I am a werewolf.
I'm still here. What do you need? Together we will vanquish any foe.
Oh boy. Careful. Get quickly inside Snow Point. Oh wait, no, this is perfect for the wall. Who the heck is Malor Saloth? Oh, alright. Anything interesting up here? Apparently not. Ooh, what have we stumbled across here? What do we have? Ooh, ancient traveler's skull. What the heck did we stumble upon? Well, doesn't that look fun? Regenerate magicka, fortify magicka, restore magicka. It seems to have gone a little bit souther than we had intended.
Don't go setting the place on fire, okay?
This is a place I can sell things, but not quite where I need to go. Actually, it probably is exactly where I need to go, since I need to offload some inventory.
Need?
Alright.
Okay. I'm still here. Of course.
I'll let her keep the ebony bow.
Are you ready?
Need something? Take a look.
I should do.
Yes?
Oh boy. Iron. Okay. Uh-oh, I don't trust that tree.